So you're maybe deep in the technical weeds, building amazing things, and now you're looking at stepping up into leadership.
Right, that transition.
Yeah, and one thing that seems really crucial right from the start is actually planning that move,
Mm.
making a conscious plan for your leadership growth.
Absolutely. It sounds like maybe just another plan on top of project plans and tech specs,
Hmm.
but turning that focus inward, it's incredibly important. It really cuts through the fuzziness.
Fuzziness, how so?
Well, it brings clarity. What are you actually aiming for as a leader? It's not just a title change.
Okay, so it defines the what.
Exactly. And it gives you a structure for the how you'll learn, how you'll practice those new skills. Plus, seeing that path laid out, that's motivating.
And I suppose it signals your commitment too, right? For like career progression.
Definitely. It shows you're serious about developing in this new direction.
Okay, essential stuff. So where does someone even begin? How do you start mapping this out?
It really kicks off with self-awareness.
Mm.
You've got to look inward first, that self-assessment piece.
Right. Like what skills do I already have?
Yeah, what technical strengths, problem solving, maybe attention to detail can actually be leadership assets. And just as vital, where are the gaps, the blind spots?
Which can be hard to see yourself.
Totally. That's why getting feedback is so stressed from people who've worked with you, peers, managers, mentors. They see things you don't, especially around communication or, people skills.
Getting that honest feedback?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds tough, but necessary. Okay, so you get a sense of where you are now. Then what?
Then you define the destination. What kind of leader do you actually want to be? It's not just about the next job title.
More about values, long-term vision.
Exactly. Thinking about roles that genuinely excite you, but also being honest about environments or responsibilities that, well, might not be a good fit for you. Knowing both helps clarify things.
Starting point, destination. How do you build the bridge between them? What's the practical step?
That's where SMART goals come in, especially for leadership stuff, which can feel a bit vague compared to coding tasks.
Ah, smart.
Yeah.
Specific, measurable.
Achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Yeah, it makes development goals really actionable.
Can we use an example like delegation? That's often tricky for technical folks moving up.
Oh, classic example, absolutely. If delegation is your growth area, a SMART goal might sound something like, over the next quarter, that's time-bound.
Okay.
I'll improve my delegation specific by assigning 5 distinct, maybe smaller tech tasks to team members. That's measurable.
And how do you measure success?
Right. You'd add success means the tasks get done, and I get positive feedback from those team members on how I supported them. That makes it achievable and definitely relevant to leading that team.
That really pins it down. Okay, goal defined. How do you actually learn to delegate better, or whatever the skill is?
Next step, figure out your learning resources and activities. It's not always a formal course.
Could be reading, watching videos.
Sure, books, articles on leadership, tutorials on specific techniques, but crucially, it's also about doing. Active practice.
So actually delegating those tasks.
Exactly. Or if your goal is about decision-making, actually using that framework you just read about in your next team meeting, applying it is key.
And you don't have to go it alone, right?
No, definitely not. Finding support is critical. Who can help you? Your manager, for sure. They can give opportunities, feedback.
A mentor, maybe? Someone who's made that tech to lead jump.
Ideal. They offer perspective. Peer groups, too. Connecting with others on the same path is really valuable. And check what formal training your company might offer.
And you mentioned keeping track, writing it down.
Yes. Document the plan. It makes it tangible, helps you stay accountable. You can track your progress against those SMART goals you set.
Is there a sort of standard way to structure this plan, like a template?
Yeah. Often a simple structure works best. List the development area, say facilitating technical discussions, then your specific SMART goal for that. Maybe confidently lead design discussions to clear decisions by end of Q3.
Right.
Then list your learning activities, reading, practice. Identify resources and support feedback from my manager, maybe a specific colleague. Set the timeline.
And you mentioned reflection, too.
Ah, yes, reflection. That's super important. Don't just tick the box. Ask yourself, how did that meeting really go? What worked? What didn't? Did my approach help or hinder?
So it's about learning from the experience.
Exactly. And using that insight to maybe adjust your plan, tweak your goal, or try a different learning activity next time. It's that feedback loop for improvement.
So this plan isn't something you just create once and file away.
Absolutely not. It's a living thing, an ongoing cycle. Assess, set goals, learn, act, reflect. You keep iterating as you grow and as the challenges change in your role.
It definitely puts you more in control of your own growth path.
It really does. And, something to think about as you consider creating your own plan. How does taking this proactive, intentional approach to planning your own leadership development not just shape you, but how might it ripple out and impact the growth and potential of your whole team?